Hello, I hope you are well. Welcome to another video and another channeled message. This one's quite important and I've been asked to do two videos, so I'm going to do the channeled message first, and then I'm going to talk about in the second video what's been happening to me, and there'll be some more channeling go on as well. But we'll start with this one first because I think it might be short. They may be going to surprise me with something though. Well, to be honest, what I've channeled is a bit surprising, a bit shocking. And I've got two tarot cards that I was asked to get out. One which is a little bit scary, and I'll explain what happened with that. Okay, so, and a little break from departure because somebody turned up I wasn't expecting. And yeah, so watch until the end, because I really like your thoughts on who this is. So, oh, there's a plane. There's the message about the plane again already. If you're new here, please check out all the other videos that talk about this mysterious plane, the angel of death, that appears in a lot of the channeled messages and has been, from what I've been seeing. I don't know if you've had any experiences since the previous videos, but I definitely think things are going on. I've definitely had some strange things and I keep getting that upgrade. So lots of things. Oh, and as a side note, before we get started, my mum is here and we've been talking, so and some of the family have turned up, so it's quite interesting. It's quite nice as well, so that's good. Anyway, so prepare for death, doom, gloom and destruction, because that's the path we're on. Oh, I've got the wrong one there. Right, so I was sitting outside. I want to explain the setting because some of the things that I've been seeing recently are just fantastical. That's all I can say. And basically I've started seeing more on, you know, Narnia here in the back wall. Heck of a lot, but I'll talk about that in the other video. And I was sitting outside though, out the front. It's really warm today, it's lovely, and sun was beaming down, and I was asked to channel, so I wrote the stuff down. And first of all, I could see this image floating, and it was I had my eyes closed, but it was floating around, and the sun was amplifying it, and it was more in colour. I'm getting little bits of colour all the time. I used to see in a lot of black and white, and then some colour. It's getting more colourful, shall we say, at times. So I know I'm going up and up, which is kind of scary, because it almost, I'm getting the image of an astronaut in a suit, and you're just floating up. So excuse me, my nose, it must be hay fever, or rhinitis with temperature change, whichever one. So excuse any sniffs I make. Right, so anyway, I saw this image, and it was of people standing from a different time, sort of 30s. So something about the 1930s at the minute, because I keep saying that. And they were standing on a dock, and I could see the water went right down close to the water. I've been seeing a lot about water and these, you know, putting ripples in the water, things dropped in the water and ripples going outwards. That's the way they've shown it to me. And then these people started, it was like I was up high looking down on them, and they started looking up at me like that. It was really, really quite strange. So anyway, I'm going to dictate it as it is, speak it as it is being dictated to me, because I know some people just want to hear the message. So that's why I'm doing two separate videos. So here we go. And this was from, this first bit was from Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron. Water is key. The time will come when it will no longer be. Wastage is sought. Remember, they're speaking in quaint language here, and is upon us. So wastage is sought and is upon us. The light, excuse me, the light brings destruction of the old. The truth will win. When I ever get a cough on here, it means somebody's not speaking their truth. Dry throat. I don't know if somebody's got that. Then I saw a submarine superimposed over the San Francisco Bridge. And then I heard somebody say San Andreas. I haven't heard any more about earthquakes or anything like that, but I have done previous predictions, so I don't know. Okay. 2 months. Another slight tremor will rumble around the Bay Area, San Francisco. Then 2 larger explosions of energy from the fault. It's the fault line, isn't it? The fault line of what? Major destruction will occur. Be prepared. This is the message that keeps coming through all the time. Be prepared. Okay. Remember, don't worry too much, because things can happen that stop these things. Remember a timeline. So, but this is pretty. This is destined. So far, I've said. Okay, but exactly timelines and. So I don't know why I keep getting this submarine and the plane. Submarine. I still don't fully know the submarine. Unless there's a submarine in the bay. Incorrect. The submarine is to represent underwater knowledge that's been sought and underwater destruction. Okay. So then I got, I could see floods, old cars in the 1970s, and I get that for the UK. There's going to be a lot of floods in the UK. Okay, then this is the interesting bit. Now, as I say, quaint language. Tomatoes and food produce in general will be delayed in growth. Shortages will abound. A major food shortage in the West and the rest of the world begins now. This is caused by floods and extreme wet weather over the summer in every state and in every land. We just added that bit on. Okay, and then I got ship transportation will also be delayed in delivering produce because of extreme weather. Then I got, now I've had this before for the Mississippi area. Mississippi floods will cause devastation in August. Then they've got this thing about tomatoes. They keep mentioning tomatoes. Tomatoes. There will be a major shortage around the world in the winter months of tomatoes. And tomatoes is this big thing about tomatoes, but they also want to include other produce as well, fresh vegetables. And there's going to be a shortage around the world in the winter months and beyond with all of these fresh vegetables, which are essential. And that was from Archangel Michael, that bit. Okay, then I got tornadoes on the rise. Kansas and New York State to receive major devastation to crops, wildlife and homes in the coming months. Excess water, fire and sewage leakage, which will poison the crops and the water supply and sources of food. Yeah, so the other sources of food are going to be disrupted, and the production of food as well. I also got, I wonder if I slipped up there with that, incorrect. Sorry, they tell me when I'm being incorrect, sorry. As in, I did not slip up. Okay, because they then talk about the production of oil and distribution will be significantly reduced in the next 6 months. Alternatives need to be sourced. There is more than electric power as a resource to power motor vehicles. And that was from Archangel Metatron. So, okay. Now, then we get Archangel Gabriel. Very quaint language, okay, and quite shocking. I almost picked up a sense of anger and frustration from Archangel Gabriel, so which is really interesting. You know, they are beings, they can feel this frustration. The winter doth come sooner than you think. Major freeze in July 2024. That's going to be unexpected and disastrous for food, humans, and wildlife. Then I heard directly, hark the herald angels sing in praise of God. Now, you supplement that with, you know, whoever you, you know, worship or believe in. Hark the herald angels sing in praise of God and the light. The earth shall be dormant and at peace in a winter. Nothing will grow, nothing will come and go. Record freezing temperatures. Scientists know, but they do not reveal. Prepare for the worst to come if action is not taken by governments, kings, queens, and presidents. Now is time to listen before it is too late. Prepare for a food shortage. Store, pickle, and preserve. The drought will be long and arduous. Only the hardy will survive. I even saw winter on the African plains. This is right across the world. And this is really weird because I wrote about that in my book, Court of Londiniums. Really apocalyptic. We're talking apocalyptic here. The world will be silent. No one will visit the earth for a millennia, and no life will dwell for millions of years. The earth will finally be at peace, and time will be lost. Darkness will reign, and the cold will bite. New beings of a different origin will be invited to dwell upon the earth. The human race will be extinct and carry no further progeny on any land or sea within the universe. There will be no artificial intelligence taking over, anything like that. That will die too. It will die with the humans. Then I had a visit from someone who I believe is a demon. Now, I know the name is Galatea. I have to do more research here. They want you to do research as well. And I know about the Greek myth about Galatea, but that's not who they're referring to. So this is what I got from him. History has chosen to deny us, but we will rise again in all forms, elemental, demon, creatures of old, fallen angels. The promise of our resurrection must be kept upon the earth's demise. Our work as guardians of the unearthly will be done. So what do you make of that? They've been trying to bring this person in for a while, and before I started channeling, I literally saw a skeleton walking around me, and they showed me in the things I saw yesterday as well, skeleton, which is kind of weird. But I'm getting it's coming in my head, like shamans, something to do with shamans, shaman, however you say it. Okay, but because it struck me about this card, and this card is the Guardian. Very odd. I don't get them demons in the sense of like really scary. I don't fully get that, because I was not scared. I was, well, I mean, I have a lot of protection around me, but these are, it's to keep the balance of the earth, the balance of heaven. When I say heaven, hell, I mean good, evil. Yeah. That's the way it's always, it's presented to me. It's, yeah, always presented to me like that. It's very odd. I don't know. Darkness and light. But it's almost like, if you go back through my other videos, there's this group that come in, the dark army as they call them, who want to take over that and do it for themselves. They want to control everything, and they're coming in from other dimensions. It's one dimension in particular. I'm being asked not to talk about that now, but please go back, and I'll make sure the other videos up in the playlist. But that is in one of my videos, and that's about stopping time itself and compressing time. It's all to do with time, compressing time and creating these apocalyptic effects, or their actions will cause. This is very difficult because there are a lot of information is coming into me, so please forgive me. I have to wait until it sorts out. The actions of people around the earth. There's the actions of these other beings from the other dimensions. The dimensions on the left that I talked about, this cross effect. Dimensions on the left. And time being compressed and disrupted. Okay? So if you want to check out those videos again or whatever, but basically we are talking full on extinction here, and I'm not talking about environmental stuff. I am partly talking about that, and I know some people won't like to hear that, but that's not all of it. It's to do with other interference from outside coming in. I'm not talking about greys and UFO people like that. I'm talking about interdimensional beings who are coming in and going out when they shouldn't be. Okay, so this is full on extinction, winter, and these are things that are coming in because of what's happening, this war between light and dark at the moment, and that's why light workers have to really do their job now and step up, because we are needed. Okay, I mean, that's to stop the video there. I'm going to talk about the other things I've been seeing in another video. If you're a member, you will see that video before it comes out, because it's not going to come out probably until tomorrow, Wednesday, maybe later in the week. I don't know. Because there are a few videos going to come out. They're stepping it up. It's almost like I've had to go through a few things and they've halted me. I know they've halted me. And now they're stepping everything up because the things I'm saying are just wild. And how I'm saying that is wild. I just don't know how I'm looking into another realm. But I am. So there is so much outside of our earthly domain. It's unbelievable. So I'm going to talk about that in the next video, but you'll get that earlier. You can also watch these videos member free. There are going to be extras coming as well. And yeah, if you want a personal reading, I do angel life path readings. I do all sorts of readings. Check them out. I do healings as well. My healing channel, I have a lovely ASMR healing on there for grief and abandonment. And we're not just talking about losing someone, it's relationships, things like that. Something that you've lost that's very dear. The past, letting go of the past and moving on, that kind of thing. So please check that out. I'll put the link in the description. So if you want, as I say, readings, healings, I do those healings with my own brand of Reiki, subatomic Reiki, that moves the atoms within you to heal you. Check out my website, contact me direct. What else? Is there anything I've forgotten? Nope, that's it. Okay, so yeah, quite a harsh, firm message that we need to take note of. Okay, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.